All right, I'd like to do just a quick video to introduce you to one of the main pieces of software that I think are useful for working um, in transcription. So this is Audacity, and you can get it for free from the website, which I'm linking in the description of this video. It's pretty powerful. It's designed for general purpose recording. You can do various types of manipulation with it. We're not really going to spend a lot of time on that here. Uh, but you can install it on various types of computer. And here's what it looks like. There we go. I'm just going to maximize that for the moment. So I've got, this is actually the recording, the Liberian English practice recording for transcription too. And it's got, you can see the waveform. I can actually zoom in um, on particular sections, play.
Yeah, so what really see.
Okay, so you can imagine how that might be useful. Uh, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how I would tend to use this in doing a transcription, for example. So with that same uh, window open, I'm actually going to try to stack things so that I can see my Audacity up above, and I have an IPA keyboard down below. And the thing, the thing that always overwhelms people with transcription, well, there's various things, but the one thing that reliably overwhelms people is that when you play a sound, it just keeps going, and you're working here, and you're suddenly hearing the stuff that follows. It'd be nice to just deal with a little chunk at a time, and so that's what Audacity gives you. Um, I can just pick out this first word, play it,
Yeah, so
and then I go, okay, this is, yeah, uh, my English ears want to make this an ah, but it's a little bit, sounds a little bit different to me.
yeah, so
Yeah, I'm going to call that an epsilon, and then there's an S. So,
yeah, so
mm, I'm going to stick with an O for now, although there may be uh, other things. And then I can move on to the next thing.
what really.
Um, And you'll find that there's various tricks that you can do when you have one particular sound that you're having difficulty with. Sometimes it's nice to sort of listen into it, stop in the middle of the sound or right at the end of the sound, and then listen out of it. Sometimes that'll give you slightly different perspectives. You do have to be careful because when you cut off a sound in the middle, your ears will do things. They'll pick up different things and sometimes things that aren't there. They'll invent facts when a sound is only half there. So you do have to be careful about where you make your cuts. But trying little chunks, listening, transcribing, listen again and check your transcription and then move on. This is a way to pace out this sort of work and make it a bit more manageable. So I encourage you to try that out. There's one other thing that I want to demonstrate here, and it has to do with what we learn in acoustics. So I'm going to go to Audacity again. If you look way down in the bottom, you might not be able to see it on the video, but there's a little project rate hertz. It's actually a sampling rate, uh, 48,000. Now remember we talked about sampling rates and Nyquist frequencies. Well, Audacity actually lets you resample things. So let me just find that text resample, and I can give it a new sampling rate. So if I put it really low, well, actually, before we do that, let's just listen to this chunk again. Okay.
What really.
All right. So it's got pretty high sound quality. Now if I do that resampling and I go way down to 11,000, so about a quarter, less than a quarter of the sampling rate. What does that sound like?
We're ready.
That sounds pretty similar, actually. Mm, how does that sound?
We're ready.
So, depending on uh, the sound quality that you're listening through, it starts to get a bit more muffled because what you're doing as you resample it is you are wiping out higher frequency information. So the higher frequency elements often come up in fricatives. So the original of that first bit is a fricative,
Yeah, so
and then we resample it.
yeah, so
That S becomes very, very muffled and its character changes dramatically. So that's a nice illustration of what we were talking about with the Nyquist frequency, how your sampling rate really, really does affect the information that you have. So that's all I wanted to tack on to the end there. You don't have to play with sampling rates when you're doing transcription, of course. You want the highest fidelity sounds that you can have. All right, so have fun with Audacity. See if that helps you out with your transcriptions.